Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number 1. That's day number 1, week 10, spring 2024. That's day number 1, week 10, spring 2024, and it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this evening's class. We're gonna begin by heading up properly. So today is, let me head up. Today is Wednesday. Not Wednesday, man. Today is Monday. Let me change this date. Today is Monday. Monday the what? The 11th? Yeah, the 11th
Yes, sir.
of March. So that date is wrong. 2024. Today we're going to be looking at prime, composite, squares, cubes, and triangular numbers. All of you should be most of you should be familiar with primes and composites, and a lot of you should be familiar with squares and cubes. I don't know how many of you are familiar with triangular numbers. So we're going to be looking at types of numbers for today. So we're going to first dive into our definition of what we mean by a prime number, and I need you all to write this down for me, please. It says here that a prime numbers are numbers. Let me read this definition. It says, by the way, please write this down. Again, please write this down for me. It says prime numbers are natural numbers greater than 1. So they are, so definitely, with that, can you all hear me properly? Let me know if you can hear me properly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so prime numbers are, wait, I don't know why this thing is freaking out. So let me stop sharing and share again, because it's very laggy. Okay, good. Still weird, but anyway. Okay, so prime numbers are gonna be natural numbers greater than 1 that have only 2 factors. So when we say 2 factors, we mean only 2 factors, 1 in itself, right? So that's what we mean by a prime number. So example of prime numbers are gonna be 2, 3. So 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number, also 5 is a prime number, 7 is a prime number, 11 is a prime number, 13 is a prime number, and so on. It only can have 2 factors. So for prime numbers, it only can have 2 factors, 1 in itself. All right. So 1 and the number itself. So it also has to be greater than 1. So that means that 1 is not a prime number. So please do not mistake it. 1 is neither prime nor composite. Okay, so please make a note of that. So let me ask, what's her name? Chai, can you read the definition of prime numbers for me, please? Chai, for some reason we cannot hear you properly. China, can you read the definition of prime numbers?
Prime numbers. Prime numbers are natural numbers greater than 1 that have only 2 factors, 1 and the number itself. Examples include 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, and so on.
Very good. So only has 2 factors, 1 and the number itself. All right. And Myla, can you read the definition of a prime number?
Yes, sir. Prime numbers. Prime numbers are natural numbers greater than 1 that have only 2 factors, 1 and the number itself. Examples include 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, and so on.
Very good. So it only could have 2 factors. Only 2 numbers are allowed to be divisible. Only 2 numbers can go into that number evenly. All right. So for example, 16, is 16 a prime number? Is 16 a prime
No,
number?
No, sir.
No. Why is 16 not a prime number?
Because more numbers can go into 16.
1 and itself.
Yeah, so factors of 16 could be what? 1 can go into 16. 2 could go into 16. 4 can go into 16. What else? 8 could go into 16.
8.
And what else? 16 can go into itself, right? So these are all factors of 16, and so it's not gonna happen. All of these are factors of 16. You only need to have 2 factors, okay? So for example, let me erase all this. Let me consider, um, say 7, right? 7 only has 2 factors, right? 1 can go into 7, and 7 can go into 7. Is there any other number that can go into 7 evenly?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No. Therefore, 7 is a prime number. Okay. And then we have something called composite numbers. So composite numbers basically are the opposite of prime numbers. So any number that is not composite, any number that is not prime, it's composite, right? So these are gonna be numbers that they are natural numbers, right? And these are gonna be natural numbers greater than 1 that has more than 2 factors. So what does that mean? Well, let's look at a number, say, like, let's look at a number like 32, right? What are the factors of 32? What are all the numbers that go into 32?
2,
1, let's start with 1, then what?
2,
Then 2,
2,
then what else?
4,
4, yeah, what else? Can 5 go into 32? No. Can 6? No.
8,
8,
8, yeah, 8. What else? Um, what else? Can 9 go? No, not 10. How many times can 2 go into 32? How many times can 2 go into 32?
16.
16. Very good. All right. And 32. Are there any other factors of 32? I can't think of any. So how
no,
many
sir.
how many factors does 32 have? Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 factors. So all these factors, right? They are factors of 32. And for example, 1 times 32 is 32. 2 times 16 is 32, and 4 times 8 is 32. So 32 has 6 factors. That's definitely more than 2. So that means that 32 is not a prime number. What do we call 32? What type of number is 32?
composite.
A composite.
It's a composite number. All right, it's a composite number. And so um, that's what we mean by prime and composite. Okay, so let me remove all of this writing. Okay, so the next type of numbers that we're going to be looking at is what we call triangular numbers. And I need Naya to read the definition.
Yes, sir.
So,
Triangular numbers are numbers that can be represented as an equilateral triangle.
very good. So these are numbers. And by the way, draw the diagram for me as well. So triangular numbers, these are going to be numbers that that could be represented as an equilateral triangle. And when we say equilateral triangle, right, what do we mean? We say equilateral triangle. What do we mean when we say equilateral?
All sides are
All the
equal.
sides.
All the sides are equal. Very good. All the sides are equal. Um, so, um, these triangular numbers, if we look at them, let me show you. The first triangular number is 1, right? Then the next one is 3. As you can see, they form a triangle, right? As you can see, they form a triangle. And then 6 is the next one. As you can see, it form a triangle. And notice the pattern. So this one has like a base, which is 2, right? And then you add 1. Then for this one, you have like a base, which is 5, right? So 3 at the bottom, 2 on top, and you add 1, right? And then this one is 10. So obviously you're gonna have a base, which is 4. And then this one is gonna be 3 on top. This one is gonna be another 2. So basically all of this is like 9. And then you add 1, right, on top. And so this one has base 2, base 3, base 4. So obviously this one is gonna have what? Base what? Base 5. And you just build off of that, right? So it forms an equilateral triangle each time. So this one is, so the triangle, the numbers are follows: 1, then 3, then 6, then 10, right? Then 15, and then 21, all right? So triangular numbers are numbers that can be represented as an equilateral triangle. All right, that's what we mean by triangular numbers. All right, Ajani, can you read the definition for triangular numbers, please?
Pardon me?
Can you read the definition for triangular numbers?
Triangular numbers are numbers that can be represented as an equilateral triangle.
Mhm. Very good. And Kvet Presenti,
Yes, sir.
can you read the definition for triangular numbers?
Triangle numbers are numbers that can be represented as an equilateral
Equilateral.
equilateral triangle. Sorry.
Very good. All right. So make sure to draw the diagram for me, which shows the different types of triangular numbers. Okay. So question, what type of triangle does a triangular number represent?
Equilateral triangle.
Equilateral
triangle.
Today, I have
triangle.
a question.
Go ahead.
So, on the triangle diagram, how it says like
Oh.
t to the power of 5 equals 15. Why is there a squared number there?
It's
And
not
does the t stand for triangle?
it's not a squared number, right? So you have something called subscript and you have something called superscript, right? So if we had like 2 to the power of 3, right? This is a superscript. And what does that mean? That means that you have to write 2 how many times?
3 times.
3 times, right? That's a superscript, right? So superscripts
Yes,
are
sir.
used as exponents, right? We use that to basically to tell you how many times to iterate the number. But if you have a subscript, like you notice that these are at the bottom of it, right? They are
Yes,
there
sir.
to identify or label the number. So you would say triangular number 1, triangular number 2, triangular number 3. So T3 means triangular number 3. And then T4
So it
means
just represents which triangle it is?
which triangle it is and which triangular number you're talking about, right?
Yes,
So
sir. Thank you.
that's what the subscripts are there for. Very good observation. All right, so do you all understand primes, composite, and triangular numbers? Let me know, please, if you understand the difference of those.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
So prime numbers, we use them. They only have 2 factors, right? One in itself. Composite numbers, they have more than 2 factors. And then triangular numbers, well, they're going to be one to represent a triangle, right? Now, are y'all done with the slides before I move on?
No,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
No, sir. May you post it in the chat, please?
Okay, I will post it in the chat. Anyone is finished with it? Let me know if you finish. Anyone that's finished?
I am.
Okay. So we have persons who are done. Okay, so all right, so again, triangular numbers, they can be represented as an equilateral triangle, and prime numbers, they only have two factors, one in itself. So let me, for those who are finished, let me just ask you a question. Let's say we have the number 28. Is that a prime number, composite number, or triangular number? 28.
Composite number.
A
Composite.
composite number.
Composite. Prime, composite, or triangular? 28. What y'all think?
Composite. Composite.
Composite. Composite. Why?
Because there are numbers and the timetable actually going to 28.
Very good. It has more than two factors, right? Let's look at the next number. Let's look at, say, let's look at 39. Prime, composite, or triangular?
Prime.
Prime.
Prime. Okay. Anyone else? 39. Prime, composite, or triangular?
Composite.
Prime.
Prime. Okay. Someone's saying composite. Why would you say that 39 is composite? Is there any number that can go into 39?
Yes, sir. It is composite.
It's composite. Why are you saying it's composite?
I would say it was composite.
Why? Because what?
Because there are other numbers besides 1 and 39 that could go into 39.
Like what?
3.
Like
3.
And 13.
3 could go into 39. And 13 could.
Composite.
So it is composite, right? So do not, this is a very trick question, right? Do not think that because the number is odd, right? It's composite. Just because it's odd, that doesn't mean it's composite, right? You have plenty odd numbers that are not composite. For example, 27. For example, 21. For example, 33. There's a lot of odd numbers that are not prime. So just because it's odd, that doesn't mean that it's composite. All right. So okay, let's look at another number. Let's say 15. Prime, composite, or triangular?
Triangular.
Okay.
composite.
It's composite, triangular, what? Can a number be composite and triangular?
It's composite and triangular.
Yeah, it's composite and triangular, right? So 15 is an example of a number that's composite and that is triangular. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna take a picture of the slide and put it inside the chat for those of you who are still writing. But for the rest of us, we have to move on. What time is it? It is 6:22. So we have to move on. So the question is, right? A very good question is, like, I only gave you all like 1, 2, 3. I only give you 6 triangular numbers, but how can you iterate to figure out the rest of triangular numbers? Like, because there are not only like 6 of them, there are multiple triangular numbers. So how can you figure out the rest of triangular numbers? That's gonna be our next question, right? And we can answer it right now.
Keep
So
drawing triangles.
no, we don't want to keep drawing triangles because it's gonna be like too much drawing.
It could
Right?
go into 3.
Now they could go into 3, no, because 10 is a triangular number and it doesn't go into 3. It's not divisible by 3. So the way that you figure it out is that there's like a pattern, right? And you could easily see the pattern. So we're gonna be looking at the triangular number pattern. By the way, write this down for me, please. So here's the pattern, right? So the first triangular number is 1, right? Then what you're gonna do, you're gonna add what? Add 2 to get the next triangular number, which is what? Which is
3.
3. Very good. And then we're gonna add what?
3.
Add 3 to get the next triangular number, which is what?
6.
6. Very good. And then we're gonna add what? 4 to get the next triangular number, which is what?
10.
10.
10.
So can anyone tell me what's the pattern? What is the pattern?
We add 1.
We add 1 to whatever to the add-in, right? So we add 1 to whatever we added, whatever we used to add it previously, right?
Excuse
So
me.
go ahead.
Not meaning to cut you off, but can you explain that again? I'm a little lost.
So we have 1, right? 1 is the first triangular number.
Yes, sir.
Then we add 2, right? Then we get 3, right? And then we add 3. Remember, we add 2 here. So we add,
Yes, sir.
so it turned into 3 now. So we add 3. And then then we add 3. The 3 plus 3 is what?
6.
6. Very good. And remember we added 3. So now we're gonna add what?
4.
We're gonna add 4, right?
Yes, sir.
And then we get 10, right? And then when we get 10, we're gonna add what?
5.
And add 5. And we add 5, we get what?
15.
15. Very good. And then we have 15, right? Now we're gonna add what?
Gonna add 6.
We're gonna add 6. And when we add 6, we're gonna get what?
21.
21. And then the next one, we have to add 7. So you see how you see the pattern now, right? You see the pattern, Reagan?
I didn't hear what you said, Mr. Petit.
Do you see the pattern? Do you see the pattern?
Yeah. So you have to add 1 every time you add a number.
Very good. So you're adding 1 to the constant that you use to multiply your previous term 2.
Yes, sir.
Right? Do the rest of you all understand it? Let me know if you understand it, please. How are we getting the pattern?
Yes, sir.
Also,
That's good. So this produces a sequence of triangular numbers. And I give you a few of them. 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, 28, 36, 45, 55, 66, 78, 91, 105, and 120. All right. And we got 28 because if you look carefully, we got 28 because we add, this is 21, right? Then we add 1. We add 7 to 21. What is 7 plus 21? What that's gonna give us?
28.
28, right? So 7 plus 21
28.
is 28, okay? And so that's how we get that. All right. Do you all understand the sequence?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm not only talking to 10 persons, I'm talking to the rest of you all. Do you understand the
sir.
sequence?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Where is Paul? Paul, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the sequence?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and a Johnny, where's a Johnny?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the sequence?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and make sure write this down, please. Write the slide down. Again, write down the slide for me, please. Aliana, you understand the sequence?
Yes, sir.
Good. And Brianna Rule, do you understand the sequence of how we're getting the things?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Brene, do you understand the sequence? Where's Brene? Is Brene here? Okay, yeah, Brene isn't here today. Dante, do you understand the sequence of how we're getting it? Where's Dante? Dante Dabble? Where's Dante? Dante, are you there? Can't hear from Dante for some reason. And make sure that you are able to hear me, please. And make sure you're responding to your name when I call you. Kmar, do you understand the sequence of how we're getting our triangular numbers? Hello, Kmar.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the sequence of how we're getting them?
No, sir, just log into class.
You just log in the class. So how come you didn't say anything?
I was trying to fix my mic.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I'm
No,
born yes.
Miss Petit, are you being for real?
Okay, please do not raise your voice at me. I'm not your child. Don't raise your voice at me.
My
I
bad, sir.
said I don't believe you. That's what I said. Let me explain to you how we got our answers. So we start at 1, and then we add 2. So 1 is the first triangular number, right? 1 is the first triangular number. We add 2 to 1, we get what?
3.
3. And when we add 3 to 3, and we get what?
6.
6. And what we gonna add to 6 to get 10?
4.
4, very good. Okay. And then we get 10, and then what we gonna add to 10 to get 15?
5.
5. You see the pattern yet? Or no? Like in each case, we're just adding 1. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Good. So, are we done with this slide? Are you still writing? Let me know.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Okay. All right.
I'm done.
Okay, that's good. So remember, so quick question. Quick question. Is 78 a triangular number? Is 78 a triangular number?
Yes.
Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
good. Next question. Is 11 a triangular number? 11 a
No,
triangular?
sir.
No, sir.
No,
sir.
no. Okay. Quick question. Is 27 a triangular number?
No,
sir.
No, sir.
No.
sir.
What type of number is 27 if not triangular?
Composite.
Number.
Composite.
Composite
Composite. Composite. It's not prime and it's not triangular, it's composite. Good. How many persons this is your first time learning about triangular numbers? Let me know if it's your first time learning about it.
My first time.
Me, it's my first time learning about this too.
Wow. Yeah, triangular numbers are one of those important sequences that they might throw in your exam. Which is, it's important that you remember the sequence, the pattern that it goes in, okay? All right. Good. So let's move on to the grade exercise so we can get this thing rolling. Let me put this, I'm gonna put this slide inside the chat for those persons who still need it. But remember your triangular numbers. Okay, good. Okay, so for this one, make sure write down the question as well as the options. The first question says, which type of numbers can be represented as a triangle? Is it A, prime numbers, B, square numbers, C, triangular numbers? The next question says, which type of numbers has more than two factors? So put the answer there. The next question says, which type of numbers have only two factors? So make sure, remember, we only talking about the ones that has only two factors. Number 4 says, which number below is a composite number? All right, which number below is a composite number? And number 5 says, which number below is a prime number? Is it 39? Is it 3? Is it 54? Or is it 8? And number 6 says, fill in the two missing triangular numbers in the sequence. So you have to use the pattern. You have to use the pattern that I gave you to fill in the two missing triangular numbers. So we have 1, 3, 6, and 10. Those are all triangular numbers. But when you add the next number, what is the other number in that pattern? All right. Then we have 66, 78, and 91. When I add the other ones, sorry, when I add the other constants, what are the other triangular numbers? All right. So that's going to be the exercise. Okay, good. So Zara, what number you on? Zara, what number you on? Let me know, please. Again, Zara, what number you on? And Willon, what number you on, Willon? Zara says that she's on number 1.
Number 2.
Number 2. Willon, you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
That's good. And Tyrone, what number you on? Tyrone, where are you, Tyrone?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
2, sir.
You understand you understand the difference between prime, composite, and triangular?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what's the next person?
Excuse me, Mr.
Doing
Petit.
this to the T.
Go ahead.
Can I be excused for a couple of minutes, please?
That's Brianna.
Yes, sir.
Excuse
Yes,
me,
you
Mr.
can.
Petit.
Go ahead, Reagan.
For number 1, you say which type of numbers are represented as a triangle? Do you mean equilateral triangle?
That's what I mean.
Okay, so
And Tegan, what number you on?
I'm on number 1.
Okay. And Summer, what number you on?
I'm on number 4. I haven't
4.
answered anything yet.
Okay, you just writing the questions down. And
Yes, sir.
Shekinah, where's Shekinah? Shekinah Kalma. Shekinah Kalma. Shekinah Kalma, you there? That's one girl, she always lost. Lost, you can't find her. Joseph, where's your sister?
So she's supposed to inside another room from me.
Okay. What number you on, Joseph?
Number 2.
You understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Samantha Taylor, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Sadell, what number you on? Number 3. You said number 3, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't know, I could barely hear you. So what can you like adjust your mic or something like that? Because I could barely hear you.
Better.
A little better. A little. What number you say you on?
I'm on number 3.
Number 3, okay. Make sure please write down your notes. Again, make sure please write down your notes as well as the grade exercise. Write down the questions. Don't just write down the answers. Some persons are that lazy. They wouldn't write down the questions and they wouldn't write down the notes. And do not be distracted inside my class. I understand that somebody inside my class was gaming in my class. If I catch you gaming in my class, that's gonna be a very serious problem. You're not supposed to be gaming in this class because some of you, your parents are paying for this and you don't waste their money. So if you're not answering me and you're not writing down your notes, that means you're distracted. And if you're distracted, that means you're doing something that you were not supposed to be doing. Ronisha, what number you on? Again, Ronisha, what number you on? And Ricardo, what number you on?
Number 4.
Number 4, number 3. Okay, good. And okay, Randisha, number 3. Okay, and Reagan, what number you on?
Going on number 3, so.
Going on number 3. Okay. And Paul, what number you on?
I'm on number 2.
Number 2. Okay. Olivia, what number you on?
5.
Daniel, what are you working on right now? No, Daniel, you're doing the same thing again that you started to do. Inside my class is reserved to be doing my work. Otherwise, your mommy don't have to be paying for these classes. Do you understand me? You can't be doing homework in my class. That's not how it works. I keep on telling you, if you can't do these classes and your school classes, tell your mommy to stop paying the money. You understand me? So you have to be doing my work. If you have school assignments that you need to do, you have to message me and let me know that you're doing that. You can't just, I call you and then you're doing something else. That don't make no sense. So you have to stop doing that, man. So are you able to attend class today? Are you able to attend class today? No, not listening. You can't be listening. This is not a listening comprehension class. You have to be actively participating. That's how this class works. So are you able to be in class today? That's my question. Okay, then we'll log off and tell your mommy that you can't be in class today because you have homework. But don't pretend like you're in class because you're not in class. Anyone is finished? Anyone is finished with their work?
I am.
I'm finished as well.
Okay, if you're finished with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp again. If you're finished with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Where's Naya?
Yes, sir.
The paper 3 that you started yesterday. Did you finish the first page?
I wouldn't say finish.
Attempted.
I did what I'm told.
Okay. Okay, so go back and finish up the paper 3 from thing. Do all the questions that you can do. All right.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Someone have a question?
Yes,
Go ahead.
I was asking if I can finish writing the notes and the graded exercise when I get home, because it's difficult to write answer on the note. So I was asking if I could finish it when I get home.
Who's that speaking? Akiro?
Yes, sir.
You mean the same Akiro who don't ever send his work? That's the Akiro talking to me.
I
So
sent
you
it to you. I
so
sent
you,
it to you last class.
so you want me to allow you to write these things when you reach home? That's what you're
So
saying.
Yes, sir.
Really? And you will write them when you reach home? Really?
Yes, sir.
What time are you getting home?
In 15 minutes.
Okay. When you come home, make sure write these things down, please.
Yes, sir.
But put the answers to these questions in the chat. So just put the answers like number 1A, number 2, whatever you think it is. All right? You understand me? Akiro, you do understand me? There he goes again, disappears.
Sorry, Mr. Batty.
Yes.
Can you excuse for a minute, please?
Who's that?
Piano.
Why do you all always have to go places? What's happening? You can't sit down for 1 minute? What's happening? Why you have to leave all of a sudden?
Because I really have to use the bathroom.
Okay, quickly go.
Excuse me, Miss.
Go ahead.
May I be excused for sending my work, please?
Yes, take a picture of your work and send it to me. For those of you who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, for those of you who are finished, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay.
You should have to expertise.
Go ahead.
Here's $70, please.
I reposted them inside the chat just now, you know. So check inside the chat and see if you see them. I sent the one, the first one and the second one. Okay, take a picture of it and take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. So far, I have Aaliyah's work, Nivea's work, Michael's work, Alasia's work, Kilbriana's work, Bethany, Brian, Bri, Aliana, Summer, Naya, and Michael, and Malik, sorry, and Michael. Do I have Michael? Yeah, and Michael. The rest of you, I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me as well. And now I have Casey's work. Mila, what number you want? Where's Mila? I can't have a Mila. Nakari, what number you want?
Miss Petit, call my name or someone else?
What you saying, Mila?
Did you call my name or someone else's?
There's only one Mila in this class.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I'm on number 5.
Number 5. And Nakari Roberts, what number you want?
I write it on the option for number 5.
Okay, and Malia Roll, what number you want?
Number 6.
Number 6. Kyle Williamson, what number you want? Kyle, we don't have all day, man.
I'm writing down the notes, sir.
Writing down the notes. Can you write
Yes, sir.
faster, please? Because we are on the grade exercise number 1.
I'm about to finish, sir.
Well, you have to write faster, Kyle. We don't have all day. Do you
Yes,
hear me?
sir. Yes, sir.
And Kamaya Ferguson, what number you on? Kamaya Ferguson? That's Kamaya. And Kingston, what number you on?
I just finished my work and I send it to you right now, Mr. T.
Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do is we are going to answer these. All right, so any volunteers for number 1? Any volunteers for number 1? Who's gonna help me with number 1? Otherwise, I'm gonna call you out.
Hello, people.
I can.
Go ahead,
Hello.
Malik. Go ahead, Malik. Read the
Number one-
question first. Read the question first.
Number 1 reads, which type of numbers can be represented as a triangle? A, prime numbers, B, square numbers, or C, triangular numbers? And for my answer, I put C.
Very good. C is correct. Anyone else put C as their answer
I
for
did.
triangular numbers?
I did.
Number one. Yeah, very good. C is correct. Triangular numbers, they can be represented as a triangle. By the way, Malik, that's a very good reading that you did. I should let you read more often. Number two, which type of numbers has more than two factors? What y'all have for that one?
Composite.
Composite. Anyone else have composite? The answer is composite. Anyone else have composite?
Yes, sir.
I have
I
composite.
did.
Composite, very good.
I did.
Composite, very good. Composite. I only had like 4 persons. Anyone else have composite for this one?
I do so.
Okay,
I
good.
do.
I do.
Good. Composite. Okay, good. Number 3. Which type of numbers have only 2 factors?
Prime numbers.
Prime numbers, very good. Prime numbers have only 2 factors. Prime. Wait, I have these things already written, why am I writing this down? Prime numbers, that's correct. C, triangular numbers, composite numbers, and that's prime numbers. Let me erase all these things. By the way, if you get it right, please put a tick. If you got it wrong, make sure I correct it. Anyone got all 3 right so far? One got all 3 right
I
so
did.
far?
I have
I
all
know.
right so far.
Very good.
Very
Very,
easy question.
I did.
very good. And
Miss
then,
Smith,
go ahead. Shekinah.
Could you send the example in the chat?
Shekinah, where were you when I was calling your name? Where were you?
I didn't hear you call my name.
I don't understand. You never hear me calling your name. Where do you be? What do you have playing in the background? What you be
I was
doing? No, that's a lie. You were not there because I've been calling your name for the longest. I even asked your brother for you. I posted the last 2 examples in the chat. Why do you even need the last 2 examples if you were here?
I didn't get to write down them. I was writing the graded exercise. I didn't get to finish them.
Okay. I put them inside the chat. You need to pay more attention, Shekinah, and respond to your name. Oh, that's so easy and you're not doing it. Number 4, which number below is a composite number? Which number below is a composite number?
B9.
B9, yeah, that's correct. 2 is prime, 11 is prime, and 19 is prime. Number 5, which number below is prime? So left for that one, for number 5.
3, sir. D3.
5. What y'all left for number 5?
I have 3.
Yeah.
3. I put 3.
Yeah, 3. 3 is prime,
I have
definitely.
3.
Good. Now for number 6. What y'all have for the next 2 missing ones? For
15 and 21.
15 and 21. Anyone else have 15 and 21?
Yes, sir.
I did.
Yes, sir.
15 and then 21.
Yes,
Very
sir.
good.
Yes.
15 and 21. And then B, what's the next 2 triangular numbers?
105.
105 and 120.
105 and 120.
105 and 120. Very good. 105 and 120. 105 and 120. Good. Okay, good. Next, let's move on to. By the way, anyone got all right? Anyone
I
got all right?
did.
I did.
I
Okay,
did as well.
excellent, excellent. Anyone got one wrong? Anyone got one wrong? Okay, if you got all right, put I inside the chat. If you got all right, put I inside the chat. If you got one wrong, put Y. And if you got 2 wrong, put N. I need the notes and grade exercise from everyone else, please. Send me what you have. Again, send me what you have. I need the notes and grade exercise from everyone. Send me what you have, please. Okay, let's move on to the next. Oh, wow. How can it be almost 7 o'clock? Okay, let's move on to the next question, to the next one. So we're gonna look at squares. Yeah, squares. Okay, so square numbers. Oh, wait. Let me put this inside the chat. Where's Amari? Amari, where's
You
Amari?
call me Mr. T?
No, Amari. Where's Amari? I know he's here. Amari McPhee, where are you? and they can't hear him, so we have to move on. Okay, okay, so we're gonna move on to square numbers. So everyone here, most persons should know what square numbers are because I let you write them down, especially people who comes on Sunday. I let you write them down extensively all the time, every time you come. So square numbers, by definition, write this down for me, please. Square numbers are gonna be, and by the way, write down all of the square numbers. So square numbers are gonna be integers that are obtained by multiplying an integer by itself. Right? So we multiply a number by itself. Mathematically, a square number can be expressed as n squared, where n is an integer. Examples of square numbers are gonna be 1, 4, 9, 16, and 25. So 1 squared is gonna be what? What is 1 squared?
1 times 1.
Which is what? Which is what?
1.
1. Very good. What is 2 squared?
4.
4. Very good. 4. What is 3 squared?
9. 9.
What is 4 squared?
16.
16. Do not look at your timetables, please. Just tell me it from your head. Don't look at your timetables. What is 5 squared?
25.
25. Y'all looking at your timetables, eh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is 6 squared?
36.
What is 6 squared?
36.
36. What is 7 squared?
36.
49.
49. What is 8 squared?
64.
64.
64. Very good. What is 9 squared?
81.
81. What is 10 squared?
100.
100. What is 11 squared?
120.
121. What is 12 squared?
140.
144.
144.
What is 13 squared?
169.
169. What is 14 squared?
196.
196. Very good. What is 15 squared?
225.
225. 225, yes. What is 16 squared?
6.
256, yes. What is 17 squared?
289.
289. What is 18 squared?
324.
324, yeah. What is 19 squared?
361.
361. And what is 20 squared?
400.
400. 400, very good. These are your square numbers. Write them down for me, please. So write down the definition and also write down all of your square numbers. All right. So you should know 1 through 20. You should be or if not know them, be familiar. Definitely should know 1 to 10. The square numbers from 1 to 100. And then from 1 to 2 and then from 1 to 20, you should be familiar with the ones from 11 to 20. All right. My teacher told us to memorize them. And so I'm going to tell you the same thing as well. Memorize 1 through 20. All the prime numbers basically from 1 to 20. I say prime, all the square numbers from 1 to 20. I even saying it wrong. All the square numbers from 1 to 400. Perfect squares. These are called perfect squares, right? Because we have whole numbers. When we square them, that give us a perfect square. All right. So square numbers are obtained by multiplying a number by itself. All right. So write this down for me, please. So I'm gonna go through the list and ask each person. Ajani, what is 10 squared? Ajani,
10 times 10.
which is what?
100.
And then what's the name? Kevin, what is 14 squared. Kevin.
196.
196. And Casey, what is 18 squared? Casey, what is 18 squared?
324.
324. Where's Kiajane?
Yes, sir.
Kiajane, where's the notes? And where's the grade exercise?
I also write in the little pieces of my notes. So I didn't really send them at the time.
So what number you on? I mean, sorry, what notes are you on? What notes are you on? You on the square numbers, or are you still on the other ones?
I'm still on the other ones. I
Okay.
came to class a little bit late.
Make sure I take a picture of your notes and send it to me, please.
Yes, sir.
Good. Good. And what is 17 squared?
289.
289, very good. And Jeremy, where's Jeremy? Jeremy Langs, where are you?
Excuse me, Ms. Petit.
Go ahead.
Can you send me the answer keys for
Paper 1, right?
26? Yes, sir.
Yes, I supposed to do that, that's true.
When you're finished.
I can do that now. What his name is? Jeremy, why are you not answering me when I call your name?
I say yes, sir.
Yeah, right. I was calling Jeremy for the longest and I didn't hear nobody. You just said yes if you said it. So why are you taking so long to answer me?
Please, sir. So I say yes, sir, before you said okay, someone.
No, Jeremy, stop lying. Why are you taking so long now? What are you doing in the back there? What are you doing? Are you playing game?
No,
Pardon?
no, sir.
Okay then, don't be distracted, Jeremy. What is 13 squared?
169.
169, good. Good afternoon. And who else has not answered? Jalen. Where's Jalen?
It's up.
What is 12 squared?
144.
144, very good.
Can you
And
send me examples?
okay, no problem, Javin. And then Gilbriano, what is 16 squared?
256.
256, very good. 1, it's supposed to be 3.4, not 3.5%. So that's the error I made for my working. So make sure use 3.4%, okay?
Yes, sir. Understood.
And who else? Egypt, what is 20 squared? Where's Egypt?
Yeah.
What is 20 squared?
400.
Good. And Jalen, not Jalen. Dante, what is 18 squared?
Pardon me?
What is 18 squared?
Is it 64?
18 squared is right on the screen. You don't have to guess. 18 squared.
You said 18?
18 squared, that's what I said.
Or 324?
324. Where's your notes and grade exercise for the first one?
I'm finishing up on it now.
Okay, when you finish, please send me the notes and the grade exercise number 1. And Dion, what is 8 squared? Dion, what side? Where's Dion? Can I from Dion? Dia? Dia Gibson? Where's Dia? Dia, what is 3 squared, Dia? And Siren, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Where's your notes?
I still have to write I do the grade exercise. I still have to write the notes because I come late.
Okay. All right. Dia, what is 3 squared? Where's Dia? Dia, you said yes in the chat, but you're not answering my question. I said, what is 3 squared? Jevin, where Jevin is?
Yes, sir.
Do you see the notes in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And Amari, where's Amari? She said 3 squared is 9. Very good. Where's Amari? I don't know. I don't know. He's not responding. That's not like him. And Chai, what is 8 squared?
64.
64. By the way, please write these down. Again, make sure write these down. Write these down for me, please. And then send them to me once you finish. KVAT percenti, what is 7 squared?
49.
49, very good. And Bree, what is 16 squared?
256.
Very good. And Bri, what is 11 squared?
121.
121, good. And Ashane Fernanda, where's Ashane Fernanda? What is 9 squared, Ashane Fernanda? What is 9 squared? $81, very good. And Angel,
Yes, sir.
what is 5 squared?
25.
25, very good. And Naya, where's Naya?
Yes, sir.
Do you see any questions you could answer?
Yes, I'm trying.
You're trying, okay. Aliana, what is 14 squared?
196.
196. And Aliyah Store, what is 3 squared?
9.
9, very good. And Ajani, what is 19 squared?
19 times 19 equals 361.
Good. By the way, are we done with the slide? Can I move it, please? Are we done with the slide?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone else, please? Are we done with the slide?
No,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, great. I'm gonna put this inside the chat and then we're gonna move on to, I think the next one is cube numbers. So Let's go right ahead. So let's move on. So I think, do I go into grade exercise or I go into cube numbers? Yeah, I think I go right into cube numbers. Yeah, cube numbers. All right. So, oh boy. So, cube numbers. So what's her name? Aliana, can you read the definition for cube numbers for me, please? A cube number is?
A cube number is a number that is the product of three numbers which are the same. In other words, if you multiply a number by itself, then by itself again, the result is a cube number. Example of cube numbers are 1, 8, 27, and so on.
Very good. So let's look at the first cube number, which is 1, right? How do we get 1? What do? We multiply what? 1 times what? 1 times 1, which is what? Which is what? 1. Very good. Good. And then we have 2 cubed. So this is very important. 2 cubed, right? That's going to be what? 2 times what? 2 times what? 2 times what? Times 2.
2 times 2 is 6.
And what? The answer is 6? What do you think it is?
Yes, sir.
And you're absolutely wrong.
Mr. Petit, can I be excused, please?
What you got to do, Nakari?
The answer is 8.
Hello?
My mommy calling me.
Okay, you can go. So 2 cubed, right? So that's going to be 2 times 2 times 2. First, we multiply the 2 by the 2, which is going to be what?
4.
Very good. Then we bring down this other 2, which is going to be what?
8.
4 times 2, which is what?
8.
Is 8. Please do not, that's what I want y'all to remember. Do not think that 2 cubed is 6, right? 2 cubed is not 2 times 3. 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2. Understand that? Again, 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2. All right, which is not 6, it's 8. All right. So that's 8. 2 cubed is 8. And then we have 3 cubed. What is 3 cubed? That's gonna be what?
27.
27, very good. Because we do 3 times 3. What is 3 times 3? That's gonna be what? 9. And then 9 times 3 is?
27.
27. That's how we get 27. By the way, please write this down. Again, write this down and also write down the tables as well. All right. And also the stuff inside of it. Then we have 4 times 4. What is 4 times 4? That's gonna be what?
64.
4 times 4 is
Oh,
gonna
I
be
mean,
what? 4
I
times 4
mean
is what? 16. And then times 4 is what?
64.
64. Very good. That's how we get the 64. Then we do 5 times 5, which is what?
25.
25. And then we multiply 25 by 5, which is what?
125.
25 times 5, which is going to be what? 125. All right. And then we have 6 cubed, which is going to be what? 6 times 6 times 6. So 6 times 6 is what?
36.
36. Multiplied by what?
6.
All right, which gives us what?
216.
216. Very good. And then we have 7 times 7, which is what?
49.
49. Multiply 49 by 7, that gives us what?
340.
343. Very good. And then we have 8 cubed. What is 8 cubed? That's going to be what? 500 and?
12.
512, right? So 8 cubed is 512. So 8 times 8 is going to be what?
64.
64 times 8.
64.
Times 8, that's going to be what? 512.
12.
And then we do 9 times 9. What is 9 times 9? That's going to be what?
81.
81. And we multiply that by 9. And we get what?
729.
729. And finally, 10 times 10 is?
100.
100.
We multiply that by 10, we get what?
1000.
1000. Okay, we get 1000. And so that's how we get our cube numbers, multiplying each square number by another term. Okay, so a cube number is a number that is a cube number is a number. Sorry, a cube number is a number that is the product of three numbers which are the same. I like this definition. Oh my, that's a nice definition. A cube number is a number that is a product of three numbers which are the same. In other words, if you multiply a number by itself and then itself again, the result is a cube number. This is a very good definition of a cube number. The best I've seen in a while. Okay, good. So how many persons understand squares and cube numbers? Let me know, please.
I do.
I do.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Anyone else besides those two persons?
I do.
I do.
I do.
Okay,
I do.
good. Where's Akiro? Akiro, where are you? Akiro, are you there? Where's Akiro?
Yes, sir.
What you doing? You still on the road?
I just read through my right now the notes on the work.
Okay. And Alasia. Where's Alasia?
Yes, sir.
Give me an example of a cube number.
512.
512, very good. And Brianna Rule, give me an example of a cube number.
1000.
1000, very good. And Siren, give me an example of a cube number.
8.
8, very good. Dante Davel, give me an example of a cube number. Dante Davel, where are you? Where's Dante? Dante, are you there? I can't hear from Dante.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking you, give me an example of a cube number.
216.
216, very good. Shazmeen Moss, where's Shazmeen?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down? Or are you
Yes,
just looking
sir.
at the screen? Make sure I write this down properly now. I
Yes.
noticed that you just arrived, so you have to quickly write this down. This is your first day, right?
Yes, sir.
Good, so quickly write this down because we're about to move it. And, okay. Where is Kiajane? Kiajane,
Yes, sir.
where's your notes?
I write the last topic we is on, but I can send you what I have for now.
Send me what you have for now, please. Because your notes is go hiding and you just go sleeping. And what you need to do is stop sleeping in my class. That's what you need to do. Stop doing that. Okay, let's move on to, wait, do y'all have this written down or y'all still need some more time?
I still need some more time.
I still need some more time. Sir.
Sorry, it's still writing. Okay, you still need some more time. Okay,
I also
good.
need some more time, Mr. Petit.
Okay, so in the meantime, what I'm gonna do is, for those persons already, how many persons are finished with this?
I am.
I am.
Okay, if you are finished, send me a picture of your notes, please. Again, once
I
you're
am.
finished, if you are finished, send me a picture of your notes. I need the square ones and the cube ones, please. Again, if you are finished, take a picture of your notes, the squares and the cubes. All right.
Did you say Mr. Petit?
If you are finished, take a picture of your notes. That's what I said. That's only for those persons who are finished. The rest of us, let me ask the question. 27, right? What type of number is 27?
Prime.
A composite number, sir.
Composite number.
A cube number.
Oh, wait. Is it cube or composite or both?
It's both.
Composite and cube.
It's both. Very good. It's composite and
It's
it's
both
cube.
because like when you
Uh-huh.
it's a cube number, but still If you look for any number in the timetables, you can find 27 in it, which makes it both a composite and a cube number.
Very good. It's a composite and a cube number. So a number can be both a composite and a cube number as well, right? Let me ask the question. 8. What type of number is 8?
A composite number
Uh-huh.
and a whole and square number.
A whole number and is it a square number? 8 is not a square number.
Pardon me, sir. I meant
Cube number.
It's a cube number. It's a cube number. Okay, so let me ask the question. Is 8 even?
Yes, sir.
Good. So 8 is an even number, 8 is a cube number, and 8 is a
Composite number.
composite number. Very good. So it could be multiple things, right? And so just keep that in your mind. A number don't just have to be one particular category. It could be, a lot of things at once. And so that's such a good observation. Naya, where's Naya?
Yes, sir.
Still on planet Earth.
Yes, sir.
Um,
I got to functions and I was like, oh, this is easy.
yeah.
Until it wasn't.
Have y'all started functions in your class, or you just going off what you remember from what I taught you?
I'm just going off of what I remember.
Okay. Don't forget for the inverse. Did they ask you for the inverse?
Yes, sir. That's the one I'm stuck on right now.
Remember, for the inverse, you change. First, you write the function f of x equals to that. Then you change the f of x to y, right? And then in the next line, you switch it.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. I remember now. I remember.
Yeah, and then the next time you switch it. Good. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. For those persons who are still writing this down, again, for those persons who are still writing this down, I'm gonna post a picture in the chat for you. Inside the chat for you to get the notes down, all right? Again, for those persons who are still writing this down, I posted a picture inside the chat for you. Let's move on to the grade exercise. Oh, do I have grade exercise for this? I do, I should.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead. Wait.
My book just ran out of pages, so I would have to write on full sheet till I can get a new book tomorrow.
No problem. Okay. Wait one moment. Let me put this up here. Okay, good. All right. So for those persons who are still writing, like I said, I posted a picture inside the chat for you. And I supposed to have a grade exercise here somewhere. I don't know where it's going. Unless I don't have a grade exercise. This one just okay. Well, give me one moment. Let me unpause this screen. Okay, good. There we go. All right. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, okay, okay. I get it. I get it. I thought that you would have been finished. Okay. Okay, so what I remember is that I do not have a grade exercise for this, but I do have a quiz for it. So that's what ended up happening. I thought that I would have been we wouldn't have enough time for a grade exercise. That's what I thought. But oh, I was wrong. We have time. So that's interesting. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put inside the chat a quiz for you to do. The quiz is gonna be, and that's a good thing. The quiz is gonna be based off of prime, cubes, squares, and triangular numbers. All right. So once I put the quiz inside the chat, I need you to put started. If you already started the quiz, I want you to put started inside the chat. Once I put the quiz inside the chat, all right? So let me just get the quiz for you. Do I have that quiz? Okay, one moment. Let me put the quiz inside the chat for you. Wait one moment. But for those of you who are not, but for those of you who already finished with your notes, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Now, does anyone remember from last semester? Does anyone remember the passing grade for my quizzes? How much you have to get for my quizzes?
80 or above.
80%.
80%, 80% or above. That's the passing grade for my quizzes. Once I put the quiz inside the chat, you are going to put started when you start the quiz inside the chat for me, please. Okay, so the quiz inside the chat, please put started once you've started the quiz. The quiz is inside the chat. Again, please put started once you've started the quiz. The quiz is on what we have here, types of numbers, prime, composite, squares, and triangular numbers, okay? So once you've already started the quiz, please put started inside the chat, okay? It is out of 22 points, so make sure I get an 80%. 80% would be, okay, would be 18. You have to get at least 18 points. If you get less than 18, then you have to do the quiz over. So you try to get 18 out of 22. Okay, make sure to do that for me, please. The rest of you, what I need you to do is please send in your notes and take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay. Um, all right. Again, once you've started the quiz, please put started inside the chat. The quiz is based off of what I just taught you. Prime numbers, composite numbers, triangular numbers, and cube and square numbers, all right? So let me post the quiz inside the chat again for you. What quiz? You Dawn, are you there? Where's you Dawn? You Dawn, are you there? I reposted the quiz inside the chat, you Dawn. So for those of you who haven't started the quiz, make sure to start the quiz for me. The quiz is based off of what we have just been doing. Cube numbers, prime numbers, and square numbers and composite numbers. Okay, Nivea, what you got wrong? Oh, by the way, once you finish the quiz, take a screenshot of your grade and send it to me too, please. Again, once you finish the quiz, take a screenshot of the grade and send it to me. I need to see what you got. Make sure that you get over 18. Once you get 18 and above, that's good. All right. So you have to get 80%. Nivea, what you got wrong?
I accidentally put the wrong number for when they ask which number is a triangular number and a prime
Oh,
number.
okay, that one. Okay, that one. Okay. I mean, you got a 22. I need the rest of you to do the quiz, please. All right. Bree, you have to do your quiz again. I see Kingston, I see Zara, and I see Randisha. Randisha, um, Randisha, Randisha passed. China passed. Zara passed. Kingston passed. Bree, you have to do it again. Michael, very good. Bethany, very good. Gilbriana, very good. Bri, very good. All four of you. China, Gilbriana, Bethany, and Michael and Bri got all right. That's very good. It's excellent, by the way. By the way, once you finish with your, when you want, and Alasia, very good. Aliana, very good. Olivia, very good. All of you all got all right. Like I said, once you finish your quiz, take a screenshot of your quiz and send it to me via WhatsApp. Make sure to do that for me, please. Summer got all right, very good. Once you finish with your quiz, take a screenshot of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. That's what I need you to do. All right. One got all right, very good one. I mean, just great hundreds. Everyone so far got 100. Reagan got all right. Very good, Reagan. Y'all are doing exceptional. Better than I thought. Okay, where am I? Where am I? What are we doing? I have to send Ronisha the work. Said something but squares. Can you please send the quiz again? So somebody want me to send the quiz again? So I'm gonna send the quiz again inside the chat. For those persons who still need it, I'm gonna send the quiz again in the chat. By the way, if you haven't sent me your notes, you need to send me your notes. If you haven't sent me your notes yet, you need to send me your notes, please. The notes that we just did. What's her name? And take a picture of your grade and send it to me, please. Ronisha. Shasmin Moss. Where's Shasmin Moss?
Yes, sir.
Have you finished with the notes yet?
Yes, sir.
I need you to take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. My number is 426-8891. So you need to take a picture of your notes and send it to me. Are you doing the quiz?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then take a screenshot of your grade as well and send it to me. Okay, so let me see. Oh wow. Chai, how could okay, that's not Chai, that's Joseph. Joseph, you have to retake the quiz. I don't understand how you could get a 0. Nakari Roberts, where's Nakari Roberts? Nakari Roberts, where's Nakari?
Yeah.
You have to redo your quiz. How are you getting a 12? What's happening? So redo that, Nakari. Jevin, how in the world you got 10? Where's Jevin? Very good, Mila. Tyrone. Jevin, you have to redo that quiz. You got a 10. That you shouldn't be getting a 10. Very good. Mila. Mila, I thought you was gonna get 100. What's happening? Ricardo. Very good.
I thought so too. I messed up on the very last one.
Okay. Siren, very good. Tegan, very good. Paul, very
Excuse
good.
me, Mr. Petit.
Malik, very good. Malia, very good. Malaya, very good. Angel, very good. And Kamaya. The rest of you, please do the quiz. There's a lot of girls doing the quiz and my boys are not doing the quiz. Who are my boys? Ajani has not done the quiz yet. Akiro has not done the quiz yet. Joseph has not done the quiz yet. What are y'all doing? Dante has not done the quiz yet. Y'all are nowhere to be found.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
One moment, Adari. Where is Kmar? How come my boy is always behind the 8th ball, man? Come on, you have to do better. Ajani. Where's Ajani?
Yes, sir.
Where's your quiz?
I was writing down something else.
Well, you have to hurry up, write that down and do the quiz. Very good, Nakari Roberts. Brianna Rule. Brianna, how come?
Yes, sir.
How?
What you mean?
You got 14.
Um, I don't know how.
Yeah, you have to do it over. You have to at least get 18. So do it over.
Yes, sir.
Ronisha Smith, you have to do yours over as well. You have to at least get 18. Ronisha Smith. A very good Casey, very good Jalen, very good Dwayne. Very good Siren, Ashane. Where's Tyrone? Tyrone, please redo this quiz. Very
Excuse
good
me, Mr.
Sadell.
Petit.
Yes, Angel.
May I be excused, please?
Where do you have to go? Where do you have to go?
I would like to use the restroom.
Okay, quickly go. Very
Thank
good
you.
Aaliyah. Very good Shekinah. Still waiting on very good Jevin. Still waiting on Dante. Where's Dante? Where's Dante? Dante, are you there? Can't have from Dante for the life of me. Where's Dante? Very good Tyrone. Very good Tyrone. I try and hear from Dante. Where's Dante? Dante Darvel? Nowhere to be found. What else I'm looking for? What's the name of these persons? Mm, um, um, mm, okay, good. So the rest of you, please make sure finish this with this quiz. I'm gonna post it again inside the chat. Again, I'm gonna post it. Let me post the quiz inside the chat for those persons who still are having to do that. Okay, for the rest of us, let's move on because we have other things to do with our lives besides wait on people who are not finished with their quiz. So for the rest of us, let's go on. We're gonna move on to, I think, arithmetic with roots. Yeah, arithmetics with squares and their roots. So let's go on to that. So with this one, this should be interesting. So with this one, arithmetic with squares and their roots, what I want you to do is I want you to be able to understand and interpret mathematical notation for exponents and radicals. Then we're going to perform basic arithmetic operations with squares and cubes and their roots. Then we're going to apply order of operation to evaluate mathematically expressions correctly. Then we're going to solve numerical expressions involving powers and exponents efficiently. So you don't have to head up again, but just put the new heading, arithmetic with squares and their roots. I definitely put the wrong date. This is for what today is? Today is the 11th. The 11th of March. Yeah, the 11th of March. Okay, so what I want us to do is I want us to work with these stuff. So this one say calculate the value of, by the way, write this down. We're gonna work with our first example. So this one say calculate the value of 2 cube minus the square root of.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. Your
Mhm.
screen is still on types of numbers.
My screen is on still on types of numbers. So let me stop sharing.
Yes.
Let me stop sharing and share again. All right. Wait, give me one moment. Give me one moment, please. Um, You say my screen is still on. Is my screen still sharing? No, right? It's not sharing, right?
No, sir.
No. Okay, so I needed to go on this. Okay, so okay, this is what we're on. So what I asked before we do the arithmetic with squares and their roots, let's go and do square and cube roots. Let's look at the square and cube roots first before we do arithmetic with roots. So we have to define what is a square root, what is a cube root, and then we're gonna do arithmetic with them. So with this one, can you all see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes,
So
sir.
you don't write this down. This is just something that I'm saying. So at the end of this lesson, we should be able to what? Define square and cube roots. Identify and represent square roots using a radical symbol. Calculate square roots of perfect squares up to 400. So how many persons have ever done square and cube roots before? How many
I
of you have
did.
done? Uh-huh.
Me.
Good. So square, and we're gonna be looking at square roots and cube roots, right? And then what I also want us to do is, we probably might not get to do it today, but I want us to add them, subtract them, like perform different operations with square and cube roots. Identify cube roots using the radical symbol with the 3 on top, and then calculate the roots of perfect cubes up to 1,000. So that's the objectives for today, at least for this part. So, okay, so let's write this down. First of all, we're gonna write down the definition of the square root. So I need a good reader. Malik, can you read the square root of a number? Read that for me, please.
Yes, sir. The square root of a number is a value that, when multiplied by itself, gives the original number. For example, the square root of 9 is 3, because 3 times 3 equals 9.
Very good.
Square roots are represented using a radical symbol. For instance, the square root of 25 is written as
Square root of 25.
the square
Very-
root of 25. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Malik. So let's go ahead and consider our roots. So for example, the square root of 1 is what? 1. Why is the square root of 1 1?
Because
Because any number multiplied by 1 is 1.
Because 1 times 1 is what? 1.
1.
Good.
1.
Now let's look at the square root of 4. What's the square root of 4?
2.
2. Why is the square root of 4 2?
2 times 2 equals 4.
Because 2 times 2 is 4. Good. Now we have the square root of 9. What's the square root of 9?
3 times
3.
What's the square root of 9?
Times 3.
No, what is the square root of 9?
3.
3.
3.
Good. Why is the square root of 9 3?
3 times 3.
Because what?
3 times.
Because 3
Because
times
3 times 3 is 9.
9. Very good. And then we have the square root of 16. What's the square root of 16?
4.
4. Why is the square root of 16 4?
4
Because
times
4
4.
times 4 equals 16.
Very good, because 4 times 4 is 16. Then we have the square root of 25. What is the square root of 25?
5.
5.
5. Why is the square root of 25 5?
5
Because
times
5
5.
times 5 is 25.
Very good, because 5 times 5 is 25. What's the square root of 36?
6.
6.
6. Very good. Why is the square root of 36 6?
6
Because
times
6 times 6 is 36.
Very good, because 6 times 6 is 36. What's the square root of 49?
7.
7.
7. Why is the square root of 49 7?
7 times
7
7.
7
times
times
7.
7 is 49.
Because 7 times 7 is 49. What's the square root of 84?
8.
8.
8.
And not
Oh,
84,
wait.
64. Why?
8. Because 8 times 8, which is
8 times
64.
8 is 64. What's the square root of 81?
9.
9.
Why?
Because 9 times 9.
9 times
That's
9 is
nine.
81.
9 times 9 is 81. What's the square root of 100?
10.
10.
10. Why?
10 times
10
10.
times 10 is 100.
Because 10 times 10 is 100. Then we go to the next column. What's the square root of 121?
11.
11.
11. Yes, why?
11
11
times
times
11 is
11.
121.
Very good. 11 times 11 is 121. By the way, please write this down. Make sure I write this down. Write all the square roots down. Okay, good. And then we have, what's the square root of 144?
12.
12.
12.
12. Why?
12
12
times
times
12.
12.
12 times 12 is 144.
Very good, because 12 times 12 is 144. What's the square root of 169?
13.
13. Yes, 13. Why?
13 times 13.
Because 13 times 13 is
169.
169. Very good. What's the square root of 196?
14.
14. Why?
14 times 14 is 196.
Very good. What's the square root of 225?
15.
15.
15. Why?
15
15
times
times
15.
15.
15 times 15 is 225. What's the square root of 256?
16.
16. Why?
16
16
times
times 16.
16.
16 times 16 is 256. What's the square root of 289?
17.
17.
And then
Why?
17
17
times
times
17.
17 is 289.
Very good. 17 times 17 is 289. And what's the square root of what is 18? 18 is 324. What's the square root of 324?
18.
18.
18.
Why?
Because 18 then
18
is
times 18 is
324.
324.
What's the square root of 361?
19.
19. Why?
Because 19
19
by
times
19
19 is
is 3.
361.
361. Very good. And finally, what's the square root of 400?
20. Because 20
20.
times
Very good. 20 times 20 is 400.
100.
Very good. So these are your square roots, right? So these are square roots of perfect squares. So 1 is a perfect square, 4 is a perfect square, like we saw in our last slide. 9 is a perfect square, 16 is a perfect square, and so on. And so that means that when we take the square root of these numbers, we get a number that when we multiply by itself, it gives us the original number. All right. So Bri, can you read the definition of a square root of a number?
The square root of a number is a value that, when multiplied by itself, gives the original number.
For example, read the example.
For example, the square root of 9 is 3 because 3 times 3 equals 9. Square roots are represented using a radical symbol. For instance, the square root of 25 is written as V25.
It's a radical symbol, so you just gotta say the square root of 25. So, good. Kiajane, where's Kiajane? Kiajane,
Yes, sir.
where are you?
Yes, sir.
Where are you? Where are you?
I'm right here.
Okay, have you done the quizzes yet?
Not as yet.
So what are you waiting on?
I could do it.
What you doing right now?
I was eating.
No, you can't be eating. Nope, you can't be eating. What you have to do is you have to be doing my work, and that's why you never have the notes. Because either you're eating or sleeping. You do those things before or after my class. Come on, Kiajane, you know much better than that. Kyle, what number have you done the quiz, Kyle? Kyle,
Yes, sir.
have you done the quizzes yet?
Oh, yes, sir. I'm about this. This is my internet. It's like it's waving around. It's still loading in.
Have you
I,
done the
I,
quiz yet? Have you done the quiz yet? That was my
yes,
question.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Who else? Kamaya Ferguson. Where's Kamaya? Kamaya Ferguson, are you there? I can't hear from Kamaya. Where's Kamaya? Kamaya Ferguson? Where's Kamaya? And Kevin. Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Kevin Hamilton.
Yes, sir.
What's the square root of 121?
11.
Good. And Arshane, where's Arshane Fernando? Not Arshane. Brianna Rule. Brianna Rule. Hello, Brianna. There she is. Can't have from Brianna. Ajani, where's Ajani?
Yes, sir.
What's the square root of 256?
Pardon me.
What's the square root of 256? What's the square root of 256?
16.
16, good.
So, Mr. Petit, if I'm not mistaken,
Mhm.
square root is basically any number multiply within itself.
Yeah, so basically, the opposite of squaring. So, the square root of 144 is 12 because when you do 12 times 12, it's 144. All right? So
Thank you.
that's what it is. Hello? Yes, Kyle. Uh-huh. What happened, Kyle?
My stuff has died. Trying to put it back, trying to connect it back so I can get back in class. And I think my charger accidentally shut off and it died. So that's why I just want to call you so you know.
What you need to do is you need to make sure your laptop is charged before class. That's what you need to do. Because you have class at 6 o'clock. Make sure your stuff is charged. All right. Are we done with this slide? Can I move it?
No,
Let me
sir.
know. No?
No, sir.
No, we're still writing the roots. Okay. Where is China? China, what's the square root of 361.
19.
19, very good. And 1, what's the square root of 289?
17.
17, good. Mila, what's the square root of 324?
18.
18, good. And Paul, what's the square root of 100?
10.
10, very good. And Samantha, what's the square root of 25?
5.
5. And Tegan, what's the square root of 16?
256.
What's the square root of, I'm sorry, what's the square root of 25? Sorry.
Is this question for me?
Yeah,
The square root of 25 is 5.
very good, it's 5. And Tyrone, what's the square root of 64?
8.
8, very good. And Joseph, what's the square root of 169? Joseph, what's the square root of 169? 13, very good. And Sabria, what's the square root of 400?
20.
20, very good. And Summer, what's the square root of 49?
7.
7, very good.
7.
7, good. And where's Naya? Naya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Send me what you have, please.
Yes, sir.
Olivia, what's the square root of 256?
16.
16. Reagan, what's the square root of 36?
6.
6, very good. And Kingston, what's the square root of 81?
9.
9. Adari, yes, you can send your work to me. And Kevin, not Kevin, Casey, what's the square root of 169?
13.
Very good. And Jasmine, are you there? Where's Jasmine? Jasmine, what's the square root of, wait, Jasmine, where's your work? Have you sent in your work yet, your notes? Have you sent in your notes, Jasmine? And who else? I'm trying to do this one. Okay. Okay, okay, so for those of you, how many of you have finished the slide? Let me know if you finished the slide.
I finished.
I am.
Oh,
I am.
okay, good. If
I am.
good. If you have finished with the slide, take a picture of it and send it to me, please. If you finish with the slide, take a picture of it and send it to me, please. Again, if you're finished with the slide, take a picture of it and send it to me, because we have to go on to English. We're gonna do cube roots tomorrow, and then we're gonna do arithmetic with roots tomorrow. Again, if you're finished with this, take a picture of it and send it to me, please. Again, if you're finished with these notes, take a picture of it and send it to me, please. That's everyone, please. If you're finished with this, take a picture of it and send it to me. Dante Davel, where's Dante? Dante Davel, are you there? I can't hear from Dante. Okay. I need all of you to take a picture of your notes and send it to me, please, via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. Can y'all still see my screen? Wait, give me one moment. Let me.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Wait, let me share it again for you.
It just disappeared on my end.
Okay, let me know if you could see it now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Excuse me, sir. What topic do we have next?
We have English language. So we're gonna go on the English language now. All right, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
What is it showing?
It's showing the last. It's showing the math.
Showing the last slide? Okay. All right, so we're gonna transition over to English. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and go to let's go to English. So today is Monday, right? Monday. Head up for me, please. Monday, the 11th of March, 2024. The subject is, of course, English language. The subject is English language. And the topic is, we're going to be looking at alliteration. Alliteration and onomatopoeia. Now, when we say alliteration, does anyone know what we mean by alliteration?
Alliteration is a form of tongue twisters.
Tongue twisters.
Repeating or letter repeating over and over again.
Repetition of a letter. Okay.
Yes.
It is when the
repetition of a letter or a sound.
Repetition of a letter or sound. Someone said it. Say it again, Naya.
It's the repetition of a letter or a sound.
Very good. Repetition of a letter or sound. Very good. And what we mean by onomatopoeia?
Like sounds, like
What is
whoosh
that?
and whoosh, like sounds, whoosh. Like
you're giving me examples, but what is it?
onomatopoeia is
Like-
when words that are spelled is the same. Says exactly what it's spelled.
So
Onomatopoeia involves sound.
it involves sound. Okay. What is it?
Onomatopoeia is words that represent sounds.
Words that represent sounds. I like that definition. Anyone else? So what's the difference between alliteration and onomatopoeia? What's the difference between alliteration and onomatopoeia?
Alliteration is the repetition of a sound, and onomatopoeia is just the sound itself.
Just the sound itself. So with alliteration, we could have like maybe 3 words that start with the same letter, or maybe a repetition of a particular phrase, but with onomatopoeia, it's just one sound represented. Okay. All right, so we're going to be looking at those 2 literary techniques. Both of them are... Go ahead, Elijah.
May I use the restroom, please?
Yes, we can. So both of them are literary devices, all right? Both of them are literary devices. It's just that one is repetition of sounds. The other one is just, one sound there, all right? So we're going to be looking at alliteration and repetition. So let's first define alliteration. So alliteration, let me just give you the definition. Alliteration is, let me just put the definition now. It is a poetic technique that involves the repetition. So we could say it's a poetic technique, or we can say, I don't like the word poetic. Let's say a literary technique. Literary technique that involves the repetition of consonant sounds. All right. So it's a literary technique. So we need to highlight that particular idea. And it involves repetition, right? A repetition of sounds at the beginning or neighboring closely, right? So repetition of sounds. So alliteration involves the repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of neighboring or closely connected words within a sentence or phrase. Now, the reason why we have alliteration, it serves to create a rhythmic pattern. So, so help you. That's why it's very good with poems, right? And enhance the musicality of the language and to draw attention to certain words or phrases. So that's why we use alliteration, all right? So it's a technique that involves the repetition of a constant sounds at the beginning of a word or phrase, or neighboring closely to connected words within a sentence or phrase. So we use it to enhance the writing, to make sure it sounds more musical, to give it rhythm, right? And also to draw attention to certain words or phrases that we may deem important, all right? So I need, um, Nivea. Nivea, can you read the definition of alliteration, please?
Yes, sir. Alliteration is a literary technique that involves the repetition of constant sounds at the beginning of neighboring or closely connected words within a sentence or phrase. It serves to create a rhythmic pattern, enhance the musicality of language, and draws attention to specific words or phrases.
Very good. So it's a repetition of sounds. So that's what alliteration is, repetition of sounds in our writing. Gilbriana, can you read the definition for alliteration?
Alliteration is a literary technique that involves the repeating of a constant sound.
Repetition.
A repetition of a consonant sound at the beginning of neighboring or closely connected words within a sentence or phrase. It serves to create a rhythmic pattern, pattern in terms that musically of language, musicality of language,
Musicality.
musicality of language and draws attention to specific words or phrases.
Very good. So question, why do, based on this definition, right? Why do we use alliteration? Why do we use alliteration? Based
To
on
draw
this.
attention to specific words.
Very good, to draw attention to
Phrases.
specific words or phrases. What else? Why else do we use?
To create a rhythm.
Yeah,
Pattern.
to give the phrase or portion of writing that we're writing, give it rhythm. And what else? One more thing.
Enhance the musicality of
Musicality
language.
of the language. Very good. Good. So give me an example of alliteration. By the way, what I want you to do inside the chat, whether you make up your own or you get it online, offline, give me an example of alliteration. Put it inside the chat for me, please. An example of an alliteration. Put inside the chat. I need an example of an alliteration. Put inside the chat, please. It'll be interesting to see what you have. I need everyone to do it, please. Put inside the chat an example of alliteration. Give me an example of an alliteration. Again, put it inside the chat for me. I need everyone to do it. Give me an example of alliteration. Again, just so you can know what we're doing, I need you to put inside the chat an example of alliteration. Remember, alliteration is a literary technique that we use that involves repeating, the repeating of sounds, consonant sounds, right? Maybe an S, maybe an F, maybe uh um a P, right? But we're repeating that, maybe an FA, right? So we're repeating that over and over to give our writing some rhythm, to make it sound more musical or to draw attention to specific words or phrases. So I need everyone to put inside the chat their own example of an alliteration. I like this one. Peter, this is nice. Um, Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled peppers. Anyone can say that fast? Anyone know how to say it like very fast? I know some people like they like literally learn that.
Peter, Peter
Peter,
Packle pick a.
go ahead.
Peter Packle pick a pick of pickled peppers.
Definitely not. That's not it. No.
Peter
Anyone?
Piker pick a peck of picklebackers.
That's close. Anyone else want to try? That's nice.
Peter Piper picks a peck of pickled peppers.
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, you did not show us up like that, Naya. I mean, Naya, like, give us some life. I like this one. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Oh my goodness, that's a good one. Sally sells oh wow. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Anyone consider fast? Siren suggested it. That's a good one. Anyone? Anyone want to try?
Ali sells seashells down by the seashore.
Very good. And what's her name? Siren, since you put it inside the chat, can you help us with that alliteration?
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Very good. You said that so smooth. All right. Sally's 7 sisters silently sewed. That's nice. I like that. Sally's 7 sisters silently sewed. That's a good example of alliteration. Titus told Teddy 10 times to text Tom. Very good. Oh, that's nice. Tyrone, how many would a woodchuck? Oh, I remember I could have said that so fast. Oh my goodness. How many would?
How many wood could a woodchuck chuck if woodchuck could
How
chuck
many
wood?
wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Yeah, very good. Very good. That's an example of alliteration. Wow, I remember I could have said that so smooth. Wow. Okay, good. Ice cream is incredibly inviting in August. These are all examples of alliteration. Y'all gave a good one. Boom, bop.
I can't see a screen.
You can't see my screen? Really? Let me share. Let me stop sharing and share again. Okay, good. So let me give you 2 examples. So for example, um, can you see it now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. Now you could see my screen now, but Something going wrong with my screen. Okay, let's see. Can you still see my screen?
Yes, so.
Okay. All right, good. Is it still showing the alliteration stuff?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So, um, okay, I like this one. This one, maybe I can give you, I give you this one. This one is kind of interesting. This one says, fair, foul. Fair is foul and foul is fair. So we have the emphasis on the F, right? So I like that one. And then another one we could use is, let me give you another one. Um, uh, maybe you can say, maybe we can say, this one I think is better. I mean, not better, but it's also a lot example alliteration. Just like it has more B's. So big brown bears bounce on the bed. So that's an example of alliteration. Now let's look at automatopoeia. So alliteration deals with repetition of a certain sound, right? But onomatopoeia is one particular sound. So Jevin already beat me to it. He have sh, sh as an example of a literary of onomatopoeia. Why is that example of onomatopoeia? Why?
Because the word says exactly how it's spelled.
Very good. Very good. So it's imitate or evokes the sound associated with the subject that is being described, right? So, and then I'm also going to talk about like the difference, right? So let's say literary. I like the word literary device. We can use that. It's a literary device. Let's say that refers to words that imitate or evoke the sound associated with the subject or action being described. So literary device, or we can call it literary technique or figurative language, all those things are good. And it imitates or evokes the sound associated with the subject that's being described. So for example, shh, or buzz, or oops, right? Those are all examples of onomatopoeia, right? So they evoke the same sound, right? Now, the difference is alliteration focuses on repeating sounds, right? But automatopoeia, they directly mimic the sound that they represent, right? So that's the difference. So alliteration focuses on, I like that one, Tyrone, boom, right? Or oops, or shh, right? Or buzz. Those are examples of onomatopoeia, right? So they directly mimic the sound which they represent. I like that definition. These are words that directly mimic the sounds in which they represent. All right, so so go ahead.
May I go and take this device on charge, please?
Yes,
It's
we
in
can.
10%.
Very,
Thank
very
you.
good. Very good. Very good. You can do that. All right. Put inside the chat an example of an automatopoeia. Again, put inside the chat an example of an automatopoeia for me. Tyrone already did it and Jevin already did it, but I want the rest of you to put inside the chat an example of automatopoeia. Okay. Let me share my screen fully. All right. Okay, let's see. Bang. Boom. Cha-ching. Bark. Poop. Bang. Very good. Ding dong. Ma ha 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 ha. Bang pop. Ding dong. Very good. These are click. Aw. Bowing. Pew. How do you pronounce that? I don't know how that one is pronounced. Pew pew. Oh, pew pew, like as a gun. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Pew pew. Anyone else? Any example of a automatopoeia? Moi, rap, rap, rap. I mean, how you pronounce that, Mila? Rap, rap. What that is? Mila? What is what is the thing you gave me? How you pronounce that? Or you don't know either. Um,
It's like that thing what you used to with your lip.
like what? Like gunshots? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, 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 okay. I would have never guessed. Splash. Very good. Slurp. Click, click, swish. Splish. Sizzle and hiss. Very good. Those are all good examples of automatopoeia. Let me just give you two examples of my own, and then we can go on to the great exercise. So for example, all right, we can say number one, buzz, and number two, we can use say um say um moo, moo. Obviously moo would be sound of a cow. All right, so good. All right, so I think we're ready for the great exercise. In your own words, quickly tell me, what do we mean by alliteration? In your own words, what do you mean by alliteration?
It's a repetitious technique used in literature to make sound more.
You are breaking up so badly, but I heard you said something about a repetitious technique. Okay, anyone else want to define alliteration in their own words? What do you mean by alliteration?
It's the repetition of a sound.
A repetition of a sound. Very good. And onomatopoeia. What do we mean by onomatopoeia? Anyone in your own words?
They mimic the sounds.
They mimic the sounds. Very good.
Words associated with sounds.
Very good. Words associated with sounds. Thank you, Siren. Okay, good. Make sure please write this down. Again, make sure write this down because I am going to I'm going to change the slide and go into the great exercise. So the great exercise is going to be based on these two literary techniques, on these two, we call them figurative language, right? So we are going to have a great exercise on these two literary devices or literary techniques. You find them in poems, you find them in essays as well, or especially narrative essays. They're just there to enhance the writing, basically to add, another dimension to it, because, you know, when you talk about these devices, they really focus on the sense of hearing, right? So obviously we know imagery is very big, and that's what we talk about with last week with the um simile and metaphor, really helping you to picture certain things. Alliteration and onomatopoeia is there to help you, hear certain things. To add a musicality or to add, some sort of rhythm or some sort of sound in what you're writing. And so pretty nice techniques to use or identify when an author is using it, and to figure out like why would they do that and stuff like that. So those are good techniques to identify. Okay, so
Excuse me,
alliteration.
Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
So alliteration is basically like using the same what do you call it, beginning letter of a word and just repeating it to make it sound alike, but it's not the same thing.
Yeah, to make it sound alike and to complete like an actual sentence, you know what I mean, or complete an actual phrase, right? So You can't just
Yes, sir.
use
Thank you.
random words, but you have to make sure that the words are connected in some way. Like fair is foul, foul is fair, or big brown bears bounce on the bed. Like it completes a sentence, right? Or it completes a thought. So you want to, when you use it, you want to use it inside of something that is complete. All right. So our next exercise is just going to be basically identifying like which one is alliteration, which one is onomatopoeia. And so that should be pretty easy. So hopefully you can tell. I'm gonna put this inside the chat. Again, I'm gonna put these notes inside the chat. How many persons are finished with the notes? Let me know if you finish with the notes.
I am.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Good. So we're gonna be identifying the alliteration versus this is great exercise number one. Number one. So for grade exercise number one, we're going to
Mr. Petit, can you post the notes inside the chat, please? Because I wasn't quite finished.
I did it already.
Thank you.
Instructions. Write A for alliteration. Everyone should get this right. Like this is not hard. Write A for alliteration. And O for onomatopoeia. Wow. Not supposed to do that. So write the sentence down and then, you know, whenever it's an onomatopoeia, you write O. Whenever it's a alliteration, you write A. All right. All right, so the first one is it says Sami, the snake, slithered silently through the sand. The second one says bright blue butterflies fluttered by the babbling brook. The next one says tick tock, the sound of a clock. Number 4 says crackle, the sound of burning fire. Number 5 is there. I'm gonna put number 5 and the rest of them for you. But again, write A for alliteration and write O for onomatopoeia. All right, A for alliteration and O for onomatopoeia. All right.
Yes, sir.
Very good. I like this one. It says jumping jackrabbits joyfully jump. Jumping jackrabbits joyfully jump. All right. Jumping jackrabbits joyfully jump. This one says cuckoo, cuckoo. No, this is chirp. I'm thinking about another one. Maybe I should do that one. But we can do chirp. Chirp, the sound of a bird. Chirp, the sound of a bird. Um, Rapid rivers rush relentlessly. Anyone know what the word relentlessly mean? What do we mean by relentlessly? Relentlessly.
Keep going.
It keeps
To never
going
give up.
and it
Ferociously.
doesn't stop. Yeah, it does
Keep going.
relentlessly. Keep going and it doesn't stop continually, right? Relentlessly. And that's what we mean. Buying the sound of slamming a door. Number 9, just 2 more. I only give you 10. Like this one, whispered winds whisked through the willows. Whispering winds whisk through the willows. And one more. I like that. That was very good. And I like this one. This one says, Betty Butter bought some butter, but she says butter's bitter. Kind of cool. All right, we have 10 of them. Now, you're going to write, what letter are you going to write for alliteration? What letter are you going to write for alliteration?
A.
A. And what letter are you going to write for automatopoeia?
O.
O, very good.
O.
O. All right, the first one says, Sammy the snake slithered silently through the sun. The next one says, bright blue butterflies fluttered by the babbling brook. Number 3, tick-tock, the sound of a clock, not the app. Crackle, the sound of the sound of a burning fire. Number 5, jumping jackrabbits joyfully jump. That's nice. Jumping jackrabbits joyfully jump. Number 6, chirp, the sound of a bird. Number 7, rapid rivers rush relentlessly. Number 8, bang, sound of a door slamming. 9, the whispering winds whisk through the willows. Like that. Whispering winds whisk through the willows. Number 10, Betty Boyder bought some butter, but she says butter's bitter. I like that. I need you to write down the questions as well as the answers. Again, write down the questions as well as the answers. Once you are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you're finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Ajani, what number you on? Here's Ajani. Ajani, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Akira, what number you on?
4, sir.
Number 4. Where's the notes that you said you was gonna send me?
I wasn't finished with them, so I just did the graded exercise. And when I finished this, I was going back to the notes.
Okay. And Alasia, what number you on?
I already sent it to you.
Okay. And Aaliyah, what number you on?
I'm done.
Finish as well. Aliana, what number you on?
I'm done.
You're done as well. Angel, what number you on?
Number 10.
Number 10. Bethany, what number you on?
Number 9.
Number 9. And Rihanna Roll, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Bri Turnquest, what number you on? Brian Bree. Brian Bree, what number y'all on?
I'm done, sir.
We're done. KVAT Percenti, what number you on?
Number
Number what?
6.
Number 6, okay. And Chai, what number you on?
9.
Number 9. And China, what number you on?
I'm number 4.
Number 4. Dari, what number you on?
Number 1.
Number 1. Okay, and Siren, what number you on?
Third.
Done. And Dior Ramsey, what number you on?
Someone number 7.
Number 7. Dante Darvel, what number you on? Where's Dante? Dante, are you there? I can't hear from Dante for some reason. Um, um, Egypt, what number you on?
Number 7.
Number 7. And Gilbriana, what number you on?
I already sent in my word.
That's good. And you Don, what number you on?
Number 9.
We're gonna go over the answers. So once you finish, please wait around so we can go over the answers together. Jalen, what number you on? Jalen, what number you on?
Number 5.
Number 5, okay.
Mr. Petit, may I be excused for a second, please?
Yes, we can.
Mr.
Anyone else finished? Let me know if you finished, please. I need to know if you're finished.
I am
Yes, sir.
Finished.
I'm not.
Amari, where's Amari? Amari, are you here? Where's Amari? Hello, Amari, are you there?
Me?
Amari, not Adari. Okay, Jasmine Loches, she's also finished. Once you finish, take a picture of your work and send it to me, please, via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. Let's go. Number one. Which all have for number one? Sami the snake slithered silently through the sand. Which we have for number one?
A.
Alliteration.
Number one is what? What is
Alliteration.
alliteration? Very good. How many persons had A for number one? Let me know, please.
I did.
I did.
Very good.
I did.
to me.
Yes, Amari.
Yes, sir.
All class, I've been calling your name. Where were you?
Sleeping. I was sleeping.
Amari, how many times I have to tell you stop sleeping in my class? But what you need to do is I'm gonna send you all the notes and you need to write them down. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
And don't sleep in my class. Don't sleep in
I'm
my
sorry.
class, man. Don't.
Tired.
No, you're not tired. You're not tired. You're not sorry. You mean to do that? Come on, man. Stop sleeping in my class. You're not the one paying for your class.
Thank you.
So stop wasting your mommy money.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna send you the
Yes, sir.
notes right now, okay?
Yes, sir.
Good. All right, number two. Bright blue butterflies fluttered by the babbling brook. What is
A.
that? That's what? Alliteration, very good.
You almost threw me off, but
I,
then I had to catch myself.
yeah, it's a repetition, right? It's a repetition. So, number three, TikTok. What is that?
Oh.
That's definitely O. That's definitely O. And then crackle, what is that?
Oh.
Oh, crackle is O. That's automatopoeia. And then jumping jackrabbits joyfully jump. What is that?
A.
A, alliteration. Very good. Alliteration. Alliteration A. And then chirp, the sound of a bird. What is that?
O.
Oh,
Oh.
onomatopoeia. Very good. And then number seven, rapid rivers rush relentlessly.
A.
A, alliteration. Very good. A. And then bang, the sound of a door. What is that?
Oh.
Oh, very good. Oh, onomatopoeia. And number nine, whispering winds whisk through the willows. Whispering winds whisk through the willows. What you have for that one?
A.
A, very good. A. And number 10, Betty Boyder bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter.
A.
A, very good. Did anyone get all right? Let me know if you got all right, please.
I did.
I did.
I did.
Only those
I
three
did.
persons. Anyone else got all right? Let me know.
I did.
I did.
Okay,
did.
very good. If you got all right, please put I inside the chat. Let me know, please, if you got all right. Please put I inside the chat. If you got one wrong, put Y. If you got two wrong, put N. All right. Okay, good. What I need you to do is once you finish
Excuse
sending
me.
your give me one moment, please. Once you finish sending your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp, and then you can leave. If you've already done that, then you can go. If you haven't, please stay back until that is done.
Good night,
Good
Mr.
night, Mr.
Petit.
P.
All right, good night. Have a wonderful evening.
Peace.
Good night. Good night. Have a wonderful evening. If you're already
Good night,
taking the
Mr.
picture of
D.
your work, then you can go. Okay. Where is why Amari left, man? Where's Amari? How could you leave, Amari? Um,
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
go ahead.
I just found out that my mother just left the house. I just called her and she said she just left the house. So when she comes back, I'll be able to send you the work.
Sure, no problem. That's fine. Hello.
Good night.
Okay, and the rest of you, make sure to take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. Once you've already done that, then you can leave. If you're still working on it, make sure to stay until you send it. Oh boy.